restart. Mr. Narrator? Are you there?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh?
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Mr. Narrator, you're broken. Come back. No. My philosophical friend.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Wait, is it starting all the way from the beginning? What? Are you speak English?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
So it's a true ending? Oh. We have our new product. A lot of percent by quarterly post review. Oh, everyone is unique. You most of all. True. I am very unique. Number of slides on this slide. Wait. Charts and slides. Rated which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Please, no more charts. Please, I'm begging you. Stop. The boss appreciation minute. On your boss's appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out in triplet solving interpersonal conflict. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another employee like yourself, but more inclined toward conflict, unless you're the kind of person who initiates conflict, why did we hire you? I don't know. What are your future dreams? A boat. Clear skin. Yes. Comatose. Right there. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work at the time every day with no expectation of a promotion. How to solve a dispute. Let a ball up inside of you. Take it out. Passively aggressive. Resent co-workers for not supporting you. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue air graphic in the header. Okay. Wow, that's a good job. Oh man, that's funny. Let's see, what's here? TPS report? What's over here? Meeting room. Monday, weekly target. Marketing on Mondays, ground floor. Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. Ooh, how much does that pay? Can I have that job? Get Chris out of the broom closet. So why is Chris in there? Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy. Please keep the targets on the topic of blur. Papers are too synergized? Is that a problem? Synergized. Chris! Come on out! Chris isn't in here.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I guess somebody got Chris out of the broom closet. Too bad. Huh. Up or down?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope. I walk downstairs. Oh. There's a piece of paper there.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
It's
He
true.
considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy.
I
And then
mean,
something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself,
a
maybe
boss?
I am crazy.
even
All
there.
of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for
True.
no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors
True.
close automatically behind him wherever
It's
he went?
creepy.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they
All
simply
ugly.
repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
Mm-hmm.
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his
I'm
tongue.
going
He
crazy.
just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Are you
And he
sure?
thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
True.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
It is
I'm
weird.
dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
Wait.
Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
I'm not a
After
dreaming.
all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he
How?
closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Wake
He
up,
felt
Stanley.
the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Not okay.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Wait, why'd it go black? Come back. Turn on the lights.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Nani?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
I'm
but on
dead.
this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
What do
And
they
in
look
that
like?
moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her
Bruh,
would
is
affect
she
her
gonna leave me
career,
dead?
and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
Wow.
And then she turned and ran.
Bruh. She just left me on the road. Ahem. She just left me there to die. That's rude. Whoops. I'm just kicking things over here. No biggie. I mean, you were crazy. I mean... True. Who messes with crazy people? Walking through town talking about a voice in your head, I hear dead people. So what type of game is this? It's weird, Ghost. It's like a narrative story, but every small decision you make causes the ending to be different. Like this one. Apparently I'm a crazy person on the street. Where before, the last one, we found out that everything was planned and then the game was all scripted, you know? And I eventually die at the end of that playthrough and it just resets. The other ending... I think that's only, what? That's 2 endings so far, right? I think that's only 2.
All of his co-workers were gone.
All
What
of
could
his
it mean?
co-workers were
Stanley
gone.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps. Okay, so... It says new content. Is this a debate? In we go.
Oh, new content?
New
What does that
content.
mean, new content.
Avoid that door for now. Oh, is this the new stuff that was added to the to the game?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door
Okay.
on his left.
All right, so I'm gonna go upstairs this time and see what happens. Right?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up
I'm
to
still
his
gonna
boss's office,
check the
hoping he
broom
might-
closet.
Oh, no,
Wait.
no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all.
I haven't done
I'm
anything.
just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Oh, what do you mean? Whatever I enjoy doing in this room? It's just a broom closet. What could I possibly do in this room, Mr. Narrator? Okay, we're gonna go
Coming
upstairs.
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Sorry, I turned the volume back up for you guys. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, well, this is lovely. Hello? What's this say? Executive bathroom. Ooh. Oh, well, isn't this fancy? We got some hand soap. A mirror. Of course, you can't see yourself. A cup of water? What? I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. Leave my purse alone. Extreme bathrooms. Bath guy testifies to the trial of the in the trial of the century. Is that what that says? Okay. Get a few more endings before that? Okay. Can I open it again? Same bathroom? Same words. Okay. Wait. I didn't try to interact with the words. I can't. Okay. Just making sure. You never know. Knock knock? What kind of picture is that? Hold on a minute. Before I go in there. The beige pages. You think you've seen this game before? It's like a redone version of a really old game, apparently. But with extra stuff? Bro, don't shoot the panda. It's called business strategy, my foot. Oh. Can you choose? Hold on one moment. Hold that thought.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
This is some
Shocked,
office.
Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Extra.
2845. But
Wow.
of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845, you say? What could possibly happen? Oh, I'll go back to the elevator.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by
Help.
sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I'm sure this is totally fine. Can you guys still see okay? It's not too dark. I mean, to be fair, it's like pitch black right there. Oh boy. I really hope there's an elevator there. Okay. And down we go. Restart. Black screen of death.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Am I hungry?
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest.
Probably
as though
hungry.
He felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
Bro, you just
This
live in the
question
Matrix.
would not go unanswered for long.
Is it broken? What's this? Okay. Send help.
Stanley
Turn on the
walked
light.
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I don't want to go in there. This sounds like a bad idea. Why would I want to go in there? Escape. Mind control. Escape. I mean, I should go that way, but I really want to go in here. What's the worst that could possibly happen? I get mind controlled? I mean, I'm pretty sure Stanley's life is a lie at this point.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Do I have the strength to brainwash myself? Dun dun dun. Cameras. Oh, I can't turn these on? Okay. No? 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 I press the button. Boop.
Now the monitors jump to life, their true nature revealed.
I already found
Each
this
bore the
room.
number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
Ooh,
The
creepy.
lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
I mean, there's
And
nobody
Stanley,
there.
one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Meant nothing. Dun dun dun. There's nobody there. What is that employee 330 screen? Did you see that sad face? Come on, toggle back through. Or is that a planet? I'm not really sure. That one's all messed up. Okay. Pressing button.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
It couldn't
Had
be
Stanley
true.
really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the
Apparently
only
so.
reason he was happy with his boring job? That
I
his
mean, would you be
emotions
happy?
had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yes. I mean, though, he does get paid for it.
No.
Right?
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
Well, that's a
His
part of the
own
brainwashing.
life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Utterly blind.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold
Creepy.
reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Ooh, are we
For
breaking
he
things?
would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I would become the hero the people need. Console disabled. But I'm just about to... okay. Aren't I about to just go in there and probably turn everything back on again by accident? Mind controls idle. Awaiting input. I have come to input things. Mainly the delete option.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
On! I kid. We'll go with off first. Not that it's gonna matter. We're still trapped within the system.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Is it over? Am I free?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Freedom!
Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
They got
How had he
eaten.
been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
It's true
Whatever
freedom.
life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
And realized he was still in the simulation. That's how this is about to go down. Okay. Is the grass real? We are about to touch grass.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Huzzah!
And Stanley was
Was-
happy.
Happy. What about his wife? Didn't you say he had a wife? Yep. I beat the game. Wait, is that the best ending?